Alright, we're here with Karl Hatlin. He's the owner of Big House Boxing and MMA. Why don't you tell us about how you got started with boxing and then MMA, how it came into the picture?
Yeah, originally I was just in Lansing. I was dissatisfied with the gyms that were here, and so I went to a couple of the gyms and really just wanted a better environment for my kids to train in and for other people, so I decided to start. We started off at a church with just 2 heavy bags in a carpeted room, and from there we've grown into over 3,000 square foot with a 22-foot ring and padded. It'll be soon to be 40 feet of cage wall with wrestling pads.
All right, and what was it that made you want to start this?
Just the atmosphere. Really, is for people to be around. The atmosphere in the gym is why I wanted to start it, and plus I want to make champs. I think champions can come from Lansing. There's been champions that came from Michigan, James Toney, Floyd Mayweather. With Lansing, Michigan can produce champs, and that's what I want to produce.
Okay, you had said that the environment with the gym. You told me earlier about taking your kids to gyms, and you weren't happy with the environment they were in. What's the environment you want to have here?
The number one thing is recreational. People that enjoy the sport. That maybe they don't want to be the next Muhammad Ali or the next Manny Pacquiao, but they want to come in. They enjoy the sport. They want to be around the sport. They want to do the workouts, and they want to be around a great atmosphere where people aren't fighting and feuding and just be around the sport. So that's what I want to create. And from that, we'll the recreational people really what produce the gym and keep the gyms fun. And from there, the champions will shine, and then we'll take them and train them, to move up.
Okay. Looking around your gym, it's a very clean gym. I've been in some gyms that are, not very clean, dirty. The equipment's not well taken care of. You have a nice gym. Is it a point of pride to keep it that way?
Yeah, and actually, we walked in today on a semi-dirty day, but generally, yeah, we keep everything, try to keep it as crystal clean as possible, mop it, and bleach things out daily. As much as we can, we try to keep it nice and clean. So.
Cool. So you teach the boxing class, am I correct?
Correct. Yep.
All right. What are your philosophies about, starting off as a beginner and working your way up? How do you take somebody through that process?
Really, from the beginning is the fundamentals. Spending some time on the fundamentals of boxing, of keeping your hands up, elbows in, chin down. Really working on your footwork. And from there, progressing it slowly. And at the same time, also is as you get the fundamentals, if you're just doing it recreational, that's fine. But also is the time to step in the ring a little bit and spar just a little bit to see if you're actually interested in that. Before you put too much time in. If you think you're going to be a champion, get hit in the face a couple of times, see if you can take it, and then from there, you can decide.
Gotcha.
So really, it's the fundamentals of the basics.
All right. Over here you got these big tires. Why don't you tell us about those, what you guys do with those?
Yep, the tires are actually used for a lot of leg exercises. We use sledgehammers. You can beat them, we flip them, we pull them. Anything and everything you could do is a full body workout with them.
Okay. Some of the other equipment you guys use in here, you got all kinds of weights. You got the bags. What do you really recommend for your athletes as they're starting out?
It's really to spend the time on each station. Double M bags, which are the ones on the long string, really take a lot of time to get used to. Speed bag, which are on the platforms, again take a long time to get used to and get the rhythm down. But probably the biggest thing I tell anybody that's coming here, especially if they plan on being fighters, is cardio. They gotta get the cardio up. Just because when you're fighting, it's not just a physical thing. You're constantly moving around, but it's a mental as well. So it takes a lot out of you and drains you. And quickly, within the normal person can fight for 30 seconds, and so an average fighter's got to fight for at least 3 minutes to 5 minutes.
Gotcha. Tell us about what's going on over here.
What we're running tonight is jiu-jitsu over the matted section. We run that on Mondays and Fridays, so we'll soon be adding hopefully a gi class on Sundays.
Okay. You had a background in boxing, and you started a training group at a church, and now you've come to this pretty big facility. How did the MMA get incorporated into it?
Originally, I had intentions of not doing MMA. We started off as just strictly boxing, but more and more people were interested in MMA, and MMA has taken a turn of a lot more striking compared to what it was. You know, it had a lot of groundwork, a lot of kicks, but now the focus, and I think more in the future, you're going to see a lot more of the focus turn to striking. You know, if you can end a match with the 1-2s and not go to the ground, or even land a kick, you know, it's a lot better and it's a lot easier.
Okay. If you have somebody that comes in and wants to train for MMA, you have to have a mix of skills. How do you get them into that? Do you put them in the different classes at different times? Do you have them go into 2 classes at once? Do you sit down and just look at the kid and figure out what they need?
Yeah, basically what we do is they pay a 1-month membership, and that gives them unlimited use of the gym and the classes. And so basically what I would like to see, if they're going to take a fight or move towards a fight, is I'd like to see them jump into all the classes, you know, and really that's going to create a more rounded athlete and not really focusing on one technique.
All right. Tell us about what you guys have going on this weekend.
This weekend we have it'll be 14 fights, and it's Valentine's Day. We actually fight in this ring, which is a 22-foot ring. We have 19 feet inside rope, so it's really large. And we have 14 fights. We have 3 different styles of fights. We do all of it's under MMA, but we do striking only. We do striking and kicks, and we do full MMA. And that's what we're doing. We pack this place out, and people have a good time.
All right. Let me